Hey guys, welcome back to the Personality Podcast, where we dive into touchy topics of relationships, sprinkle in a bit of humor, and hopefully start some good conversations along the way. I am your host, Medea Sharice.
And I'm your host, Bianca Black.
And today, we're diving into a topic that sparks major conflict in our circles, 50-50 relationships and what that look like, at least from our perspective. Now, when you hear the term 50-50, you may be picturing two people splitting a bill on a date, or maybe you're imagining a perfect pie chart of household chores. But as we talk about today,
it's a little more complex than that.
So let's buckle up, grab your favorite wine, and let's get into it.
So today's topic is, girl, go 50-50 with that man so he can be quiet.
Baby.
All right, you ready for that?
I know. So I know y'all done heard all these conversations everywhere about 50-50.
So how do you define a 50-50 relationship?
Well, 50-50 to me is basically being a partnership. Like, I'm really not big on 50-50. I support 50-50. But I support more so 100. You know what I mean? So, to answer your question, yes, 50-50. But I'm more of 100% girl. But what 50-50 looks like to me is where I lack, you don't. Where you lack, I don't. You see what I mean? I'm going to pick up the slack in the areas that you lack in, and I would love for you to pick up the slack in the areas where I lack in. You know? It's not so much financially, it's all the way around. If I'm working a job and I'm tired from work and you're at home because you're off, please have dinner cooked when I get home. Like, you know what I mean? Or maybe the laundry folded. I don't really believe in gender roles. You know what I mean? I believe that if you're able to do it and I'm not, do it. So 50-50, I'm for it. But it looks like 100 to me, if that makes sense.
It makes sense. Well, me personally, I'm against 50-50. Our grandmas didn't do it. Your mamas didn't do it, so why should I? Why should I do it? I don't agree with 50-50. I feel like the men, they want the women to cook and clean. So why do I have to cook and clean and then come home and split bills with you 50-50? I have to go out and work just like you. And you still want me to come home and cook and clean and sex you down and all that? No, you got to pay the bills to get them type of perks. So I don't agree with it. At all. I don't.
Amen to that.
I just don't. I'm sorry. I've been there, done that. I've tried the whole 50-50 thing, and it don't work for me.
Well, you know what? With me, I'm the type to where, because I believe in partnership, and I'm a go-getter, and I make good money, you know what I mean? We you know what type of money we make.
Yeah.
So it's like, I feel like, yes, I can do 50-50, but 50-50. But I don't want it to be a requirement. You know what I mean? Like, I prefer a man to come in and be like, you don't have to do nothing, but just breathe. That's what I prefer.
Yeah.
And when you come in like that, baby, you can get whatever you like.
You can get whatever you like.
You can get whatever you like.
That's why I don't agree with 50-50.
Amen.
Because if I have to go out there and work just as hard as you, I'm not going to, give you the full scope of me. But if I'm able to be home and rest in my feminine, and I'm going to make sure the house is taken care of while you go out there and bring home the bacon. So when you come home, baby, I am at your service.
Amen.
Whatever you want.
It's important that you said resting in your feminine, because that, it's a lot of dudes out here, oh my gosh. And they like, I don't want a feminine woman, I want a feminine woman, I want a feminine woman. But they want you to go to work like a man.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not.
You want me to go to work like a man, work 8-hour shift, come home and go back to work, serving you, catering to you, fixing your plate, cleaning up your plate off the table, because you don't even get your own plate off the table, feeding the kids. I can't help getting the kids a bath. You won't even help bathe the kids. You won't even help pick out their clothes. You won't help do nothing. And you expect me to rest in a feminine energy, baby? We tired.
I'm tired.
Well, what's feminine energy?
We tired.
Get your clothes.
We tired. So have you had like a personal experience like with a 50-50 situation? Like, let's talk about a situation where you've had to go 50-50, and what did that look like for you?
I'm sorry, B. I've been married twice, and now one of my husbands required me to go 50-50.
Okay.
I didn't. I like a Southern man.
Okay.
Southern man come in and he bring home the bacon. You hear me?
I heard that.
But baby, I was in that house picking up after him, doing everything after him, which can be exhausting too, because sometimes, it's like, ain't you grown? Mm-hmm. Don't you know how to clean up behind yourself? Sometimes make it a little bit more easier.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to do 50-50.
Okay.
But my part of the 50 came in the household, cooking, cleaning, washing clothes, which I don't mind. That's what we're supposed to do. Mm-hmm. But sometimes that can take a turn too, because sometimes a man will come in and throw his stuff down on purpose because I'm paying all the bills and I want you to do. So it's such a touchy subject.
Yeah.
So that was my experience. I never had to do 50-50. Mm-hmm. I was not required. I don't attract them type of men. I pride myself in that. But it's always a different opposite. It's always, two sides to every dang on story.
You right about it.
What about you?
Oh, girl. I have been a victim of the 50-50 relationship.
The 50-50.
Oh, God. It's rough. I'm talking about to the point to where we splitting who's going to cover a $5 Happy Meal at McDonald's. It got bad.
Come on,
that's petty. I'm serious. It got bad. I could laugh about it now, but oh girl, it was rough. So that's why I don't agree with the 50-50. I mean, like everything 50-50. Everything like the bills, which I'm not opposed to the bills because I get, life is a little rough right now, like with the economy and everything. But I mean, like, come on now, like going out on dates, just even buying certain things. I don't want to do the 50-50. Uh-huh. Like, I'm okay with the man that reciprocates. Like, maybe this time I got it. Next time you got it. Like, I'm cool with that. But if we splitting everything down the middle, like, I don't like it.
I get it.
I don't like it. And it kind of leads to a little bit of resentment. You can start resenting your partner.
Right.
And you start kind of scorekeeping a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's just not really like a good dynamic to have in a relationship. That's my personal opinion.
And this day and time, you get this conversation. What do you bring to the table? I don't understand these men that's asking these women, what do they bring to the table? First of all, if you are asking a woman what she brings to the table, you don't need that woman at all. You shouldn't.
Baby, you can't afford her.
You shouldn't be you shouldn't have to be approaching women where you're asking them what they bring to the table.
Yeah.
Because first of all, what mind space are you in? What are you attracting and what are you going for and seeking to where you have to ask, what are you bringing to the table? You should already, if I was a man and I'm vetting a woman, I done already paid attention enough to know whatever she bringing to the table I want. Mm-hmm. So if you got to ask what you bringing to the table, that's a you problem, not her.
Because, baby, your table should have been made before you even stepped to that woman, okay? How about that? Right. You should have already had your life in order, had things together. So before you even came to this woman, you should be bringing the table. She's going to add to it because women, we add value to everything. We multiply. That is what makes us a woman. Yeah.
You
that
bring some food feminine to that table, we're going to
cook it. There you go.
And multiply it. And y'all already know. Y'all grandpas was bringing a little bit of groceries home, and guess what? That grandma make it and multiply it and feed the whole neighborhood.
You right about it.
With a little bit of groceries.
Because that's what women do. That's what we magic, do. Baby. That's what we do.
So all that, what do you bring to the table type stuff? Kill it, dead it, please, in 2025. We don't want to hear that.
We don't want to hear it at all. So, okay, now let's talk about the evolution of like 50-50 in relationships now. We're not talking about back in the day, because again, in my mind, I feel like we should keep it how it used to be. But we in new times now, and we have to go with how the world is now. So how do you feel like 50-50 has evolved in like the times going on now?
If I could be honest, it's evolved into where now your mans want to be all in the friends conversation with you. Mm-hmm. You can't, girlfriends can't even talk no more because the man right there too. Mm-hmm. Like the mans want to carry the purse too. They got the man bag.
Most of them got Teflon. What they call them? The go yards.
What
the little man?
That?
It's a man bag.
They call them a go yard.
A go yard. It's a man bag. It looks like a purse. It's a man purse.
A man purse. You see, I mean, it's just like they want to take longer in the bathrooms than us.
Take longer than you.
They wearing their pants tighter than us. Now, you know, it's
They
just
so sassy.
they getting BBLs too. It's like these are the bands to be wearing the full beards with the makeup, with the whole beat. Y'all see these faces? Y'all wasn't gonna catch me up like the last episode. Y'all was not gonna catch me up like that.
You were ready this time.
I was ready this time for all y'all that had something to say. But I'm just saying that to me, that's how it's evolved. It's evolved to where, unfortunately, and this is not all men, but a lot of these dudes now, they want to be bad bitches, just like they want to be bad bitches.
They do.
Or they want to be in a soft man era.
Yeah.
So that 50-50 is, they trying to come up to where he in.
So here, how about this? Here's a scenario with the 50-50 thing, right? A man is pretty much bringing home the bacon, right? What if he has an accident or if he gets injured on the job? And now that 50-50 ain't 50-50 and like it's supposed to 50-50.
Okay.
So do you believe in an instance like that, a woman should like take over? To where it's kind of like a 60-40 situation, or like what are your views on that?
Absolutely, I do. I do feel like a woman should be able to carry the weight if we got a man down situation. But I also believe that man should be such a good steward that he have a reservoir built up and out to where he can maintain his family for
I agree with that.
Some time on.
Because technically you are supposed to have, I think about, is it 3 months or 6 months of savings?
Like 6 months.
Of savings in your account. Like, but that's the part of being a man.
That's a part of
and being a leader. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I get that things happen. But if you are preparing like you're supposed to prepare, how the man is supposed to prepare, you got to make sure your wife and them kids are good. So if you are out from work, have that money saved aside. Have that money set aside. Yeah.
Please do.
I agree with that. Yeah. But things happen, right? In this economy, things are expensive. Mm-hmm. So it may be hard to have that money saved aside. I do feel like if you are with a woman that is a hustler, she should be able to, you know, jump in head first if she needs to. Absolutely. Now, this is me not agreeing with the 50-50, but it can work both ways.
Absolutely. And a virtuous woman, a wise woman, a real woman, she's going to always have some money put up. Mm-hmm. We might not let y'all know that.
Come on now.
Grandma taught you that. Know.
Grandma taught you that. You better have your little something on the side just for
baby, because
just in case. You never know.
And so you just got to be wise. And for me, in relationships these days, you should see every relationship as a partnership. Mm-hmm. When you're in a ship, no matter if it's a relationship or partnership, that means you're going somewhere and you're supposed to be going in the same direction. Mm-hmm. And once you find out that someone in that ship is going in the opposite direction, abort ship. Mm-hmm. Jump ship.
Because I'm jumping. Head first.
Man down. Man
I'm in the water, baby. I'm swimming. I'm jumping.
Man overboard. I got you, bestie. I'm going to throw you a booty. Sheesh. Sheesh.
So do you feel like, I mean, kind of to piggyback off what we said, so you do feel like the woman should pick up where a man lacks?
I do, because if not, baby, I'm definitely not going to let myself drown.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let myself drown, so I'm definitely going to pick up where a man lacks. But at the same time, I'm going to make sure we exhausted all of the lifelines.
Absolutely.
Before I let you know where the goodness lays. Because if I let you know where all the goodness lays, you're going to get lazy. Yeah. Because I've seen it done. It's happened to me. Mm-hmm. When it's happened to me in relationship where he knew that I was going to always pick up the slack. So I said, Negro, you're a chronic getting laid offer.
Yeah.
Why ain't you getting laid off all the time?
That make them so lazy.
Baby, we only got 6 paychecks. You laid off again?
Baby, that's why I act broke. I ain't got it. I don't have it.
Ladies,
I'm trying to help you be a man and help you rest in your masculine energy. I ain't got it. I'm a damsel in distress.
Hands broke,
baby. I don't have it.
Hands broke. Be a damsel in distress, ladies.
It gets you far.
Hands broke. Because the men just need to feel needed.
They do.
I used to break my ear and be like, "Yeah, you fix this." No, yeah. I'm like, what? Is that what it is? Okay.
They love it.
They love it. Hands broke, ladies. Damsel in distress.
It works like a charm.
These dudes don't like real niggas.
No.
They don't they don't want to be with a real nigga. Mm-hmm. And most of us women been acting like real niggas for a long time.
Because, baby, we are real niggas. That's why.
No, we done had to be.
Yeah. Not because we didn't want to be. Period. Me too. So let's get into like a couple of questions. So, what if one partner works more hours than the other? How does that dynamic look like to you?
Well, if one partner works more hours than the others, then that other partner should be at home managing the home and making the home feel like a safe space. For that other partner to come home to and be able to unpack. Because when you want to come home, you want to unpack the day.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And that could be one of the hardest things to do, especially when you got a contentious partner who is all about me. Listen. Stop acting like little kids and grown people bodies. Because we tired of that.
So tired.
We tired. Ladies and men. This is not just an attack on nobody. But stop it.
Yeah.
Grow up. This is 2025. And this if y'all ain't got it yet, January came in like a like the fat lady singing. You hear me? Left no crumbs.
None.
So get off that self-absorbed Mod Podge, whatever y'all got going on. Cut it out. We tired of because we calling it all out.
Oh,
we
girl.
calling it out.
So here's my thing. Here's another hypothetical question. What if it's the woman that's working more?
Then
do you
Papa need to be at home with his apron on, his little slippers on? Dinner better be done.
Papa is crazy.
Not dinner.
Papa is crazy.
I need my bath water rent, and them kids better be in bed if you want some nookie.
Listen, because that's the only way you gonna get.
That's the only way you gonna get some nookie. Because baby girl tired.
Baby girl
I need my feet rubbed. I need my booty rubbed. I need it all.
You're right, and I might get you some.
You might get worked.
You might get some.
For all good behavior, but we do not
reward bad behavior.
Hello, somebody.
Okay, so what happens if you can't agree on like the responsibilities of the household? What does that look like?
And that's a hard one.
Yeah.
Because why are we in relationship if we can't agree? If we can't agree, we're going to agree to disagree.
Yeah.
And it's going to be tension because why aren't we agreeing about household things? That right there, that's not cool at all. You know what I mean? True. And so since we gonna do it like that, and you don't want to hear me out, and you're not trying to come to some type of medium, then we're gonna split the house down the center. Yeah. I wash my clothes, you wash yours.
Yeah, we can be roommates.
I fix my meals, you fix mine.
We could be roommates at that point.
We could be roommates at that point because if we're in a relationship, and you getting all in this pearly gates down here, then I'm gonna need you to figure it out.
You gonna
happy wife, happy life.
Happy spouse, happy house.
That's what I meant. Happy spouse, happy house. I was gonna say happy man, better have a plan. but that part, what she said. But it shouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
Like if we're in a relationship and we're doing this thing called life together, then come on. Even if it's something that you don't agree, if I know that it makes my spouse happy, then I'm gonna do it. Even if I don't like it. I'm gonna do it. If it's not hurting me and if it's not killing me, I'm gonna do it. My man I ain't got no man yet, y'all, but my man might want me to rub his feet. Yeah. They might be ugly, but if he's paying these bills and making me happy and making my space a comfortable space, baby, come here, bring those ugly things over here. Ooh,
bring them here.
Wash them first. Matter of fact, I'm going to wash them for you.
I'm going
to make these things look more pleasant for me so I can rub.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I don't really agree with the 50-50 dynamic. Like, my man, I want him to cover everything. Just cover everything. Because I promise you, the house is going to be a home. I'm going to cater to your every single need. Every single need. Yeah.
You get more bees with honey, fellas.
You're right.
You get more bees with honey. Oh, baby, if you just inspire us, if you inspire us, Oh, baby, you gonna see Keisha, Tisha, Tandra, and Chandra all in one,
Hey, baby.
all
There's
in one.
no limits to where I'll go and no limits to what I'll
She
do for
said,
you.
"You want nail done? I do for you."
Baby, who you want me to be today, baby? I'm Sue Lean.
You
You
want nail done?
want that
I
done,
do
I do
for
for you,
you.
baby. I'll be whoever you want me to be.
Yeah,
Make sure the check's clear.
but inspire me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Inspire. That's all. We just need a little
Absolutely.
inspiration. Because guess what? If we gave you the time of day, just if we gave you conversation, even at that, we were interested.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because women, we really don't do nothing we don't want to do. So let me ask you this question:
Okay.
do you have any advice for newlyweds when it comes to this 50-50 conversation?
I feel like it needs to be discussed in the dating phase. Lay everything out there. You know, even if you guys are just in the very, very beginning stages, so that way they know your intentions and you let them know up front. What you don't want to do is get married and y'all haven't really discussed, you know, the terms and the conditions or even your expectations of, you know, what you're expecting in a relationship. So I would say talk about it. Like really, really make sure you guys are both on the same page and on one accord, whatever your dynamic look like. So when I joke about the 50-50 thing, it could be the woman being the breadwinner, right? Because the man might not make as much as the woman. So the woman may need to be the breadwinner, right? She may need to go out and go work or whatever, and the man has to be home. He needs to cater to her needs, you know, because she's been out all day. So it's not that the man has to just take care of everything, whatever it looks like in your household. Like, but that's the conversation that needs to be had prior to
Absolutely.
getting married.
Absolutely.
Because if you get married, right, and you go into it and y'all didn't discuss it, you are headed for divorce.
Absolutely.
You know, and that's one of the biggest reasons why people get divorced now.
Absolutely.
Is cheating and finances. So let's talk about that. Like, you have to discuss that off the bat.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. So remember, y'all, it's about flexibility, a little humor on the way, and while you're finding that balance, just respecting each other's views and each other's feelings and having a conversation. Everything is a conversation and respect. We might not have to agree, but we will respect each other and come to some type of situation that works best. And like she said, before you get married, these are conversations that has to happen because you need to know your person in every season.
Yeah.
So for all those that be like rushing and jumping into stuff, don't do it. I promise you, don't do it. And while we're finding the balance in this 50-50 conversation, like, oh, who gonna claim them kids?
Who gonna claim them
If
kids,
y'all not
baby?
married, who gonna claim them kids?
Somebody got to claim them. So while you're finding the balance of a financial advisor and a tax consultant, I would like to introduce you to my friend, Jamie Blair, owner of Strategic Moves Financial Solutions. How you doing, Jamie?
I'm all right, and you?
I'm good. So, you know, tax season is approaching.
It is.
And it's going to be here before you know it. And I just had like a few questions because I know people just bombard you all the time with questions about, you know, things to do during the tax season. So
True.
Is that okay that I can kind of
have at it? Have at it.
All right. So let's start with the basics. What's important for Missouri taxpayers and federal filers to know about income taxes this year?
This year. Well, specifically for Missourians, I would say that the important factor to know is that one, you need to file both state and federal. But the biggest thing that I've noticed this year is the third party reporting when it comes to paying any type of fund. So we have Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, those type of things. So even if you're just a regular individual filer, you are also affected by this. You are going to receive a 1099K, and that's something that you really should focus on this year because it can be the determination of you being a on-time filer, a late filer, an underreporter, an overreporter. So just for those that did not know, you're probably going to receive one if you received money over $600. You're going to receive one. So don't file too early because you're going to have to do an amendment.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. So What are some common mistakes that people make when filing their taxes?
I would say the most common mistake is not starting early enough. Most people are simply waiting for W-2s.
Yeah.
But in reality, you may have more things coming to you. You have those who are doing DoorDash. You have those who are, doing Amazon delivery. You are going to be expecting a 1099. That's just not a side hustle that's not being tracked.
Yeah.
So that's something that you should think about, is starting as early as possible, and if you can, waiting as long as you can before you file. Of course, the deadline is April 15th, as usual, but if you don't need to file before January 31st, not even February 15th, then don't. Just wait for everything to come to you, because a lot of us make decisions throughout the year where we're signing paperwork, where we're conducting some type of business that we don't consider a business that is being tracked. So just wait for all your documentation to come.
Okay. So I'm a small business owner of myself. And speaking of like small businesses, let's talk about the difference between filing a Schedule C and taxes for LLC. Like, what's the difference between that?
Okay. So actually, for both, if it's an LLC, you will file a Schedule C for your tax return. However, it will be handled differently when it gets to the IRS.
Okay.
So, for example, if you're a 1099 employee, which is a contract employee that does not receive an actual check from a company, so that's, for example, again, deliveries, or like you said, an entrepreneur, those type of work, let's say that type of work, that type of work is going to require you to file a Schedule C.
Okay.
However, if you are in a different situation, say you are a freelance speech therapist, that does also require Schedule C.
Okay.
So the difference would be is one is a company and one is just you as a sole proprietorship, but they both require the same documentation.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it. Okay, so what are like the most common deductions between like that a small business owner can make?
Oh, okay. Okay, so common deductions. Let's go with vehicle expenses. We can go with the home office deduction.
Okay.
We can go with utility write-offs. And then I would also say mileage. Sorry, which I guess could also go into the vehicle expenses.
Okay. Okay.
You want me to dig deeper? I can dig deeper.
You don't have to. I think you pretty much kind of, you don't have to. You pretty much kind of summed it up.
Yeah. Just
okay. So we know that tax season can be very, very stressful. Do you have any tips to like small business owners to help them like prepare better for the upcoming season?
Oh, for sure. Just hire me.
Period. Simple as that.
Just hire me.
Simple as that.
Wrap it up. Hire me.
Wrap it up. Okay, so as we wrap this up, what's one thing that you want listeners to take away from like the conversation we just had?
Tax season is not terrifying.
Okay.
But if you do not prepare for it, it obviously can be.
Okay.
Take that.
Okay.
And allow me to do your taxes.
All right. Well, Jamie, I want to thank you so much for all your tips and all your insight. We really appreciate you for coming on and educating the people about taxes. How can people get in touch with you?
You can reach me on Facebook under my name, Jamie Blair, or you can go to my business page, Strategic Moves Financial Solutions. That's for Facebook. For Instagram, it's going to be S as in Sam, M as in Mary, _ Financial Solutions. And that's where I'll be.
All right. Thank you so much, Jamie. And we appreciate you.
Thank y'all for tuning in once again.
Yeah.
You can find full episodes at RCBJR Music on YouTube. Don't forget to follow us on Personality Podcast. And stay tuned for the next spicy cup of tea coming up. And we're going to hit you soon with it. So stay tuned. Like, share, subscribe, comment, rate, review. Talk some trash if y'all want to. We can back it up.
We sure can.
Okay.
And y'all have a good week. And we'll catch you guys next time.
Yeah. I'm sorry.